are here. It's win or go home tonight for the Lake Show. Hello, welcome to Lakers Live pregame show presented by the Ultimate Sports Show. Joined as always with my best crew right here, Manny Medina. Guys, big game for the Lakers here. Got to get it done. Your goal is to be playing in a Game 7 tonight. Erod, man, right on the spot, right a minute into the show. You are 100% right, guys.
Facts.
Obviously, let's get to the biggest news. Is Anthony Davis will suit up tonight, is going to give it a go. He got medically cleared to play, which is great. Guys, obviously, Anthony Davis is playing tonight. He's been working hard to get himself right, doing what he could. He was just absolutely hating himself, like we were touching in the post-game show, the last miserable game, to leave it at that. He was hating himself for not being able to be in there. Absolutely terrible that he couldn't play. Now he's coming out here. He's been getting round-the-clock treatment. The biggest thing for you guys is, what could we expect to see from Davis tonight? Like, we don't know where he's at with his body. Are we going to see that dominant Davis right out of the gate, though?
Well, basically, we're going to see the AD that we always seen. I'm not worried about him. He's the second best player on our team. I'm not worried about what he's going to do. We all know he's going to come in. He's going to make the big impact that he's always did. He's going to absolutely drop like 25 to 30 or 35 points like he does, get double-digit rebounds, get at least like 2 or 3 blocks that he always does, and then shoot high percentage from the field. And he might take a few threes. We know what AD's capable of, and we know he's very his mindset is like Kobe Mama mentality tonight because he wants to force that Game 7. I'm sure he's kicking himself in the butt right now that he couldn't play Game 6, that he can't play Game 5. I know we saw him twice to work out on the court, but the thing is that he wasn't medically cleared to play. But now that he's medically cleared to play, it's going to be absolute barbecue chicken tonight. I feel like he's going to absolutely feast. I'm calling Anthony Davis is going to drop at least like 34 and 10. And I feel like he's going to not only make a big impact like shooting the ball, but even being protective in the paint. I feel like he's going to give DeAndre Ayton a lot of work, and I really believe he will. Oh, and also another thing is the fact that Gasol is starting next to him, so that also provides a lot of space on the court, which is very, very good. And that also creates a lot of open shots for other guys. So I'm very happy that Anthony Davis is playing, and this means that my playoff prediction before the series is for sure going to happen.
Manny, I'm actually going to add some other insight to that. As much as I have faith in my mans and I want him to come out and drop 35 points. If he doesn't, I think people need to also expect he's going to come out and he's going to play his best and he's going to contribute as much as he can. And he might even have that 35 plus game. Who knows? Because we don't know what's going on through his head right now. He's going to want to come out and dominate, but also he's coming off a groin injury and he's obviously still struggling with that a little bit because it was still questionable whether or not up until like an hour ago if he was going to play or not. So we might see him struggle a little bit tonight. So, I mean, we can't bash on our players for being injured. It's not their fault. But what we can expect from them is to come out and play their best basketball. And if AD scores 35 or more tonight, I'm happy. Or if he scores 15 and has 7 rebounds, I'll still be happy as long as he tries to have a good game. And it's not just on AD either. As long our other players also have to step up tonight. It's not just all on AD. I know we probably most likely lost that last game without him, but we shouldn't have had to lose that game without him either. It shouldn't always be on AD and LeBron. The rest of our team can step up and they can all contribute some way, somehow tonight. So AD is coming off an injury. Again, I know people are tired of hearing that, but what can you do? That's our guy. We got to put some faith in him. We got to give him some love and show him some support so he can come out there and play his best basketball. But we also need to put a little bit of pressure on our other guys too, because they also need to step it up. For LeBron and AD to have a great game, we need our other guys to be having a great game as well. I mean, we saw last game, LeBron dropped 24 points. People said he didn't do enough, but honestly, he did the best that he could because in reality, speaking facts here, like if the rest of the team was doing well, LeBron would have probably scored more, had some more points, or he would have been playing a little bit better. But the rest of the team was just in a slump. So he didn't have the greatest game, but for how the team was acting the last game, he did have a pretty okay game, in my opinion. And same thing goes tonight. For AD to have a good game, we need all of our other players to step up and have a good game as well. What do you think, Aaron?
I was just good. That actually leads me to my next thought is, obviously, we talked about, Manny kind of touched on it about lineup change tonight. The rumor on the street, as we put it, until everything's made official for the lineup, is that Marc Gasol will play tonight. That it does definitely add the spacing on the floor. It opens up everything. But however, we all know, like, a lot of the times, like, throughout the season, Gasol likes hanging. He doesn't stay down in the post like a traditional center would. He likes being out. He likes guarding someone out in the perimeter. He likes being out there. The legs are just not there for him for his mobility. I think if he's going to be out there tonight, he needs to not only be hitting shots tonight, but he needs to go out there and say, I need to be dominant on the defensive end. I need to be grabbing rebounds. I need to be boxing out. I need to go for offensive rebounds. I feel like that'll be a big piece, along with making sure you're making the right passes when you need to, though. But I feel like he's still hesitant to shoot. Like, he had a wide open three and he made it, but he hesitated because he was going to pass the ball. And I feel like right now in this kind of a game and the rest of the way, you want to, the goal for the Lakers tonight is to be playing game 7. You want to be playing a game 7 tonight. Your job is to tie the series because you put yourself there, and obviously you had no Anthony Davis. You weren't at your strong suit. So obviously it's going to lead into another person that we need to address as well. Dennis Schroeder, guys. You can't, you have to show up, guys. What do you think's been going on with him, though? I mean, do you think he's just doesn't have his legs completely there? Do you think it's just inconsistency? You think he's just rushing his shots? Manny, what do you think?
It's a bit of a slump, in my opinion. From what I've noticed in this series, Dennis Schroeder has actually been not that bad of a player. If you saw game 1, game 2, game 3, he actually did pretty well. Like, from what I'm seeing from the stats, game 2 and game 3, the 2 games that we won in the series, he had 23, 3, and 4, and 2. And then in game 3. And then in game 2, he had 24, 3, 3, and 1. So we know he's capable of playing very well. And we also seen it during the season. The season, he's had a lot of games where he averaged like 15 and 5. And he's played very good defense on the perimeter and guarding in the paint as well. He's been very, very good in all that aspect. So I'm not worried about Dennis Schroeder. It's the fact that we're all, like, as Laker fans, upset the last game because he played 26 minutes and absolutely scored 0 points and shot 0 for 9 from the field. But the thing is, we know he'll bounce back. We know that tonight's a do-or-die game. He's been in those situations before. He's been in the playoffs many years with the Atlanta Hawks, and he's been in those situations. So I know he'll bounce back from that. I think there's one time the Atlanta Hawks had, or in like 2017 or 2018, I might be mistaken. I know it's like one of those years that he averaged like close to 20 points per game in that playoffs that he was in. So we know what Dennis Schroeder is capable of doing. We know he'll come in. He's our third best player for a reason. I feel like he's going to bounce back, and I feel like he's going to drop at least like a 14-7 game tonight. He'll have a nice 13, 14 point game. And he'll dish out some dimes, around 6 or 7 dimes. And don't be surprised also if he gets around like 3 steals. I feel like tonight's a bounce back game because his job's on the line with the Lakers. I feel like if he doesn't step up in these 2 games, there's a chance that we might not sign him, because I'm hearing rumors that Miami and New York are looking at him in the free agency. So if he wants that 25 mil, I'm still hesitant, you guys. Even though he hasn't been that bad, I'm still hesitant to giving him that 25 mil because I still want to give that money to Alex Caruso. I don't want to lose Caruso, mostly.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Manny. What What's going on with Dennis Schroeder? I think he's just in a bit of a slump. I mean, we've seen what he's done all season. We saw what he did when LeBron and AD were out with injuries. You know, he was our third guy and he stepped it up when he had to. And, you know, the first 3 games of the series, like he came out and he played really good. But like the last couple games, especially the last game when he went 0 for 9, I mean, I think he just choked a little bit. I mean, there's no nicer way to say that. But, you know, tonight is game 6, a whole new game, a new opportunity to come out and, you know, prove to everyone that, you know, you're a Laker. You know, if you want that money, if you want to sign with the Lakers, you gotta step up and you gotta show people why. And to be honest, I don't think Schroeder wants to come back to the Lakers, and I don't think we are gonna sign him. I would hate to see it because he's done a lot for us, and I would like him back on the team depending on how the next couple of games go. Because obviously we're gonna go to a game 7. But I just think that Schroeder, you know, I get it. The first night we were angry, we were frustrated, you know, we let out a lot of emotions, and we have every right to do.
Facts.
As fans, you know, we're just very passionate about our team, and, you know, we just want to see them go as far as they can. Obviously, we don't want to be eliminated in the first round, but, you know, I think the Schroeder hate is getting a little bit out of hand because, you know, we want him to come out tonight and we want him to play his best basketball. We want him to show us what he's been showing us all season pretty much. You know, we want him to have a great game. And with the way everyone's talking about him, I don't know. I feel like it's negative energy. It puts our players down. I mean, I hope he uses that to come out angry and show everyone what he's made of and shut everyone up and show what he's capable of doing. That's the Dennis the Menace we want to see tonight. But we got to be more encouraging. We got to support our players. As frustrated as we are with them, we got to show them some love, guys, because that's what we need to do to win this game. We have to have faith in our players, and our players need to have faith in themselves as well. I mean, I cannot see Dennis coming out with and not having at least 10 or more points tonight. I feel like we're going to see a lot from him. He's going to want to come out and make up for that last game. But we got to stop the hate. As much as we want to show and express our frustration towards him, we got to have some faith in our guys. So I hope we see a lot more from him tonight. I'm putting my faith in him. I'm usually that person that loves to give everyone a chance or a second chance or even a third, fourth chance because that's my Lakers and I love them no matter what. And I love all of our players. As long as you're wearing that Laker jersey, you're always going to have my support.
Exactly. And, you know, it was just, you know, it's something you got to ask because it's, you know, you just see how he is. You see how he handles himself. You know, he is different, obviously. You know how he handles his personal life, you know, obviously handles things on the basketball court. But, you know, it's important for him to just say, you know, if I want to be with this team, I mean, it's hard to say no. How do you honestly say no to ever thinking about even wanting to leave when you were playing with 2 great superstars anyhow, no matter what happens later on? It's one of those games tonight where he just got to say, look, you know, it's, you know, the star's got to come out, you know, like they say in like Hollywood, like they say in New York, you know, the stars come out to watch the game. Okay. They're coming out to watch the game, to watch you guys perform. They want to see the Lakers playing the dominant Lakers that they started off the year with. They want to see them making adjustments, and they want to see how Vogel makes adjustments tonight, and how does that work? So does this benefit the Lakers by making an improvement? Also, do you guys think, you know, there is a name that everyone's been throwing around as well, which is Manny's boy Trez, as you know, he's been sitting a lot. Do we see Trez? Do we see an opportunity, guys, or we see Montrezl Harrell and Marc Gasol in the game together, or Montrezl Harrell and Drummond together to really garbage up the paint when we need it on the defensive end? It could help. It could also be a problem. Or do we see one or the other? What do you guys think?
We could definitely see a difference in our rotation because the last game was absolutely abysmal, horrible. So I feel like Vogel will change something in the rotation. A knock on wood, he will, because his coaching decisions have been horrid this entire playoffs and this entire season. But I'm hoping we see Trez in the lineup, and also I want to see THT more. I'm glad we saw THT Game
Yes.
5 play. I think he played like about 17 minutes, which was actually very good. I want to see him play at least like 20 minutes. I want to see him get at least like some sort of role off the bench along with Trez. The fact that my boy Trez hasn't got many minutes is actually like frustrating, because he's been number 2 in the 6 Man of the Year voting. We know what he's doing. We know what he's done all year. We know he's the guy that gets like 15 and 8 all year, 15 points, 8 rebounds. There's some days and there's some games in the year where he's got double doubles. But there's also another guy we need to put on our bench, guys. Ben McLemore. That's another guy we need to play, because Ben McLemore can shoot the 3. And what's been our problem the last game and the other games? Our 3-pointers have not been falling. We've been getting like what, 28%, 30% from 3. That's not going to cut it, especially not in the playoffs. One of the reasons why we won last year the championship is because our guys were hitting threes. I mean, Danny Green obviously wasn't, but like we had guys like KCP and Keefe and Rondo that were hitting a lot of clutch shots. Yeah. And we're going to need that, especially KCP. Don't think you try to get out of this, KCP, because KCP, you two as well, you have not been very good this year. Last year you were in the playoffs, but this year you have not been showing it up in the playoffs. And we're gonna need you, KCP, for that, because we know that you're a 3-point sniper, and we're gonna need you to make your shots. That 0 points, it's not only on Schroeder, it's also on KCP. And another guy I gotta call out, obviously, is Kuzma. Because Kuzma, Mr. Inconsistent is how I call him, Mr. Inconsistent Kuzma. Basically, he's got to show up. He can't have like a game where he gets like 18 and 5, and the next game he averages like 4 points and two rebounds. Like, that's not gonna cut it. You got to be consistent. Playoffs is all about consistency. It's not only about defense, and it's all about depth. But your bench has to show up. It's all about, in playoffs, it's all about the unsung heroes, if you think about it. It's not only about LeBron and AD, because that's the problem we've had on this team. LeBron and AD cannot be your two main guys. We have to have other guys to contribute. And that's one of the reasons why we got blown out the last time. Yes, I know AD wasn't playing the last game, but if you look at the stats, our guys didn't show up. Besides THT, the rest of the guys on our team did not show up Game 5. And if we're gonna tie up the series in 4-7, we're gonna need all our guys to contribute, not just LeBron and AD. The whole squad's got to contribute. And Frank Vogel, get your damn rotations together, because we really need this. As a diehard Laker fan, I do not want to go out first round. This is not the Laker way to go out first round. This is some Clippers stuff that might happen, and I don't want it to happen.
Well, I don't want to say anything about that, because I don't want to bring any bad karma onto our team tonight. But I agree. It's some of Vogel's rotations have been questionable. It's getting us really frustrated with him, and I'm not sure what would change this year as opposed to last year. I just feel like we just have not found a good rhythm yet. But you know what? At this point, I'm willing to try anything. If we got to see Trez and Drummond out there together, if we got to see something different, I'm for it. I want him to at least try something new. And if it's not working, change the rotation. You don't have to keep it the same. And I feel like he doesn't know that sometimes. He just keeps it that way, or he hopes for the best to happen. And obviously that hasn't happened yet. But I completely agree with you, Manny. I really think we need to see more Trez and THT, McLemore out there. I get that, there are bench players, but you know what? These bench players have brought so much for our team. I mean, Trez, we didn't even see him until the fourth quarter last game. I know that's such an insult to him. And, he's been doing so well for us. And, he's proven himself, and so has THT, and so has McLemore. And I believe that they deserve more minutes. I mean, it's a risk I'm willing to take, because we see what they can do on the court. I mean, Trez only had 12 minutes in the last game, but he managed to score 9 points, and he had 3 rebounds. And imagine if he was in it the whole game, he would have had more. And if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. We pull him out and we put another guy in. We just got to keep, we got to see what we can do with our rotations. We got to see what other things we got to try out, because obviously what we've been doing has not been working out so far. But I agree. KCP, Kuzma, everyone needs to step it up. I mean, we need their 3-pointers right now. But I actually have a question I want to ask you guys, and that's, do you feel like the reason why a lot of our players are not showing up the same way they were last year is because they're just tired? They're there because of how quick we had to start the season or anything. Do you feel like that's why there's a change in some of our players or something? What do you think is different in them? Like, what do you think is like making them play this way? I mean, because we saw what KCP did for us in the bubble last year, but now he's like the complete opposite. Kuzma's always been inconsistent, so I can't say much more about him. But
Yeah.
like LeBron and AD as well. Like they've been having like really good games, but then they have their really bad games. But I mean, like during the season last year, like we would see them both averaging at least 30 points. But do you guys feel like the bubble or like the how quick we had to start the season this year? Like, do you think that affected our players in any way?
I think it does a little bit because I feel like I would be wrong, giving out something wrong that I feel like everybody can say, there is a little bit of that, even if people think there isn't. It's a lot of work to be playing a basketball season. It's a lot to do to your body. It's a lot of preparation to do. It's a lot of stuff you have to be ready for. Do I definitely feel like that? Do I feel like that is a factor, as in, bothering the Lakers a little bit and feel like they're a little bit more banged up because of that situation? Absolutely. I feel like I definitely will feel like LeBron and AD being banged up, everything that they've been putting their mileage on, they've been going at full speed since basically for basically almost 2 years straight, because they've been playing so much time, so much. They only, a 72 days away from basketball is nothing, because that's not going to do you good. That gives you a little bit of time to enjoy yourself. And then you're putting back on the gas burners again, trying to get ready, have a shortened season, get your legs there and try and be maximum effort and try and just give it your all. Can't really fully enjoy yourself of a championship that you accomplished. And, I feel like that has to do with a little bit. I feel like the Lakers have had their chances to get healthy when they can, but it's also been some of the injuries. I mean, no one expected LeBron to get hurt. No one expected him to be out for as long as he did. No one expected Davis to deal with near the Achilles, his calf injury. That might have been also due to his wear and tear a little bit too. So do I think it is Medina? Yes. Do I think it impacts it? Yes. But do I think it's taking a huge toll on them? No, because they are getting their days off a little bit. They are trying to stay healthy. They're getting treatment. They're doing what they can. What do you got, Manny?
I'm gonna say yes and no. I'm gonna say yes. The reason why is because, like what Aaron said, the 72 games, like there's not many games of not many days in the off season that we had to rest and we had to like get ready for the next season. We only had 72 days. But I'm also gonna say no because I believe it's laziness, and I'll tell you why. Because some of our players don't have that mentality that like. I want to repeat. I want to get another championship. Some of our players are like, you know what? We already won a championship, so this is already it. Like, we won our championship. What else do we need to play for? You can't have that mentality if you're playing basketball. You always want to go for it. Here in the Lakers organization, you always want to win no matter what. You don't only want to win 1 year and then say, like, oh, we won a championship already. Who gives a you-know-what about the next season? You can't have that mentality. You have to always have that 100 mindset that we're gonna win all the time. That's my opinion. I don't think I think it's a bit of both. I think it's yes because of the lack of days of rest, but also gonna say no because I think our players are lazy. Some of them, not all. Some of them.
Everybody in the comments though, leave what you guys think as well.
Yeah,
it's open.
Share
it's
your
open.
opinions.
Please do, guys.
Share your opinions. We will definitely see it. No matter, even if when we do wrap up the show, we will still look at your opinions. We love to hear what you guys want to say, guys. We're almost close to game time, so let's get into our keys of the game, guys. Double keys tonight because big games equals extra keys to the game. So, Manny, what do we got to do? We got to get this done tonight.
Absolutely, we need to. And the keys to the game that I'm going to pull out, the first one, it's pretty self-explanatory. Contain Devin Booker. I haven't done that one in the last 2 games. and we lost those 2 games. I think it's a superstition that's going on. So and obviously, like, we did a kind of a good job in game 4 because he only had 17 points, but game 5, the man dropped 30, 7-5. So we really have to like keep him in check on the perimeter. We need to have Kuzma. We need to have Schroeder, KCP, and if Ben McLemore's playing, Ben McLemore. But if there's one guy I want to put on Booker, actually, guys, I want Caruso on Booker. And the reason why I want Caruso on Booker is because we know his defensive mentality. We know that he likes to get in people's faces, and that's what I want to see from Caruso. I want to see Caruso get in on Booker and make his night a living hell. And the second one, I'm going to go with protecting the paint. And I think it's going to be a big key, especially that AD is back. That's the reason why I put that second one as my key, because we know there's going to be a lot of pressure on AD to guard the paint because now he's back. He's back from his injury. And we know that that DeAndre Ayton is really going to want to give it to him in the paint. And AD really has to work out on that. He really has to, like, guard the hell out of the paint. And if he does that, easy W. And we're going back to Phoenix for Game 7 on Saturday night.
Yeah, for sure. I know I had said something differently before we started the show, guys, but the more I thought about it and, like, the more I thought about the previous game, well, my first key to the games is definitely have all of our starters try and score at least more than 10 points tonight, especially our captains, LeBron and AD. But Schroeder, Gasol, KCP, y'all better get more than 10 points tonight. You guys have to make up for last game for sure. I don't want to see anything less than that. If you can get more, but we need every player to score tonight if we have any chance of winning. The second thing I do want to say is actually, Manny went with containing Devin Booker. I say, we're not giving him enough credit. CP3, he's been going off on us too these last couple of games. And I know he's had his injury, but but he's been playing really well against us, especially that last game. And when he gets hot, and there's no stopping him unless you aggravate that arm of his again or shoulders of his. But we gotta be on him tonight as well. On him, Booker, and might I even say Peyton. We gotta stop letting that guy go off on us too. I guess it's my third key to the game, because that was ridiculous to me last game. We gotta stop giving these bench players a spotlight. It's not okay. But yeah, those are my 3 keys to the game. And thank you for your input, guys, in the comment. Thank you for sharing your opinions with us. It's awesome.
We love it.
Completely agree, Yasser.
Oh my God, Yasser, you're hitting it right on the spot too.
Yep, you are for sure.
Come join our show, man.
Right?
Come on, bro.
Always. We always welcome people on the show. But honestly, guys, my keys, Medina is saying, she changed hers up a little bit. I'm still going to go with my first key, which is all or nothing. Simply put it is you got to leave it out there. There's no turning back. This is 48 minutes of your season right here. Your season is on the line, and there's no excuse. Absolutely no excuses at all that can be made tonight. Now, don't get me wrong. If you win, if for whatever reason someone wins on a game-winning shot, obviously we've seen it before, obviously in college too, where UCLA, for instance, lost on a game-winning shot, and that ended their season. I would rather, they said it earlier today on ESPN LA, and John Ireland said, I would rather the Lakers lose tonight by doing all they could and losing just on a lucky shot than not going out there and putting up points and getting it done. Because I do not want to see this team go down to by 30 points or any kind of downtime tonight, because this team is too good to come out here to play. My second key I'm going to go with is not only a dominant start to go off of you guys, dominant start from the captains here. Gotta get it done. There's no excuses. If you're playing for one guy that loved to bring on challenges, it's Kobe Bryant. Because for one thing, I will definitely say a little bit of Phil Jackson, Zen Master stuff here tonight. Is he's gonna be with this Laker team somehow tonight, because this guy did not believe in seeing this team go down. He's been theoretically with Davis before in his clutch shot against Denver. It's time to get it done. Get it done for get it done for the Bean. Get it done for this team tonight, guys. Who are you guys going with tonight for your players to watch?
My player to watch, I'm actually gonna go with. I'm gonna surprise you guys. Tonight is the night where he actually shows up. Knock on wood. I'm gonna go with Kuz. I'm gonna go with Kyle Kuzma. And this is no excuses, like you said, Aaron. There's no excuses for tonight. All our guys gotta show up. And Kuzma, this is the night where he actually shows up. I'm calling it. This is the night where he's gonna get 20 and 9. 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. I'm calling it right now. Charles Barkley, I guarantee it. Trust me. He is going to have a bounce back game because he is hearing all the slander that I'm giving him and then we're all giving him. So I'm sure now he's going to be like, oh yeah, Manny, oh yeah, Aaron, oh yeah, Medina. Tonight is where I'm going to prove all of y'all wrong. And I hope he does.
Hoping that comes true.
I hope it comes true as well. So I'm going to go with Kuzma. Let's see how that goes.
All right, well, who I'm going to have to go with is actually going to surprise you guys too. No, it's not AD. I told you guys that it's not going to be AD for a while because I'm superstitious, and every time I pick him, he gets injured or he has a bad game, so we're not going to do that. But I'm going to go with Schroeder. I'm putting my faith in him, and I'm going to give him the support that he needs to come out and have a great game tonight and just make up for what he didn't do last game. I have faith that he's gonna have a big game tonight. I want to say he's even gonna probably do better than LeBron tonight because Dennis the Menace did not come out to LA for nothing, and he's gonna show us why the Lakers wanted him on our team this year, and tonight is gonna be his game for sure.
Got to go with the captain tonight, King James tonight.
Let's go.
It was funny is the last game the game he had to play in, a win or go home game. I think it was in the first round or second round that he played in when he was with the Cavaliers. In the game 6 and the game 7, he's dropped 46 in game 6 and a 56 in a game 7, and that was just a few years ago. And he's still, yes, he's a little older, but you know what? You got to turn those legs on. You got to get it done tonight. Guys, that is going to do it for us for Lakers Live pregame show presented by the Ultimate Sports Show. Enjoy the game, everybody. We will talk to you after the game tonight. Enjoy the game, guys. Go Lakers. Let's get it done, and let's force a game 7. Let's go.
Go Lakers.
Let's go Lakers. Tonight we are ending it